And getting ready to talk to Carlos here. Carlos, what? How do you pronounce your last name?
Garza, G-A-R-Z-A.
Yeah, Garza.
Yes, sir.
You ain't from around here.
No, sir.
If you are, you're the only one in the phone book.
I'm originally actually from Texas, but was raised in Detroit, Michigan for 35 years.
A Yankee. So what brings
Well,
you
anyways,
to the great
yes,
state?
if you want to say the Yankee thing, go ahead with it.
So what brings you to the great state?
My in-laws lived here, and my wife said, we're moving to Alabama. So I said, okay, let's pack and go. So
You've been here ever
after
since.
10 and a half years in West Palm Beach, Florida, it was time to leave.
I don't mind. I desert that place, too.
Ooh,
And we even first met you a couple weeks ago when Zeke was here. So you had to get to know Zeke up at Ardmore.
Just going in there and eating that good food, and then we got to be very, very good friends. Working for him a couple of days out of the week now, and it's a nice time.
Now, what do you do for a real living?
I work for Science Engineering Services.
So you're a scientist.
Parts department, and we put the helicopters in the air for the boys.
Oh, great.
Send them
I'm
out.
looking for, as CTV expands, I may be looking, yeah.
Okay.
I got a pilot, Tony
I can get you
Grigsby.
one. It's going to cost you about $1.5 million, but
We'll just rent one.
okay.
So we'll get the sheriff's when we need one. All right, how'd you get into singing?
Just through being a minister of music in Michigan and in Florida, and it's been about 25, 30 years.
So what's your church now?
Elton Baptist Church.
Okay, great.
Yep.
All right, here you go. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks for coming up. Zeke, we said hello.
Sure will. Thank you. During this time of the season, we get close to the Lord because people need the Lord. Every day they pass me by, I can see it in their eyes. Empty people filled with care, headed who knows where. On they go through private pain, living fear to fear. Laughter hides their silent cries that only Jesus hears. People need the Lord. People need the Lord. At the end of broken dreams, He's the open door. Oh, people need the Lord. People need the Lord. When will we realize people need the Lord? This is the calling that we have on our lives as believers. We are called to take His light to a world where wrong seems right. What could be too great a cost for sharing life with one who's lost? And through our hearts, our love can feel all the hurt they bear. They must hear the words of life that only we can share. 'Cause people need the Lord. Oh, yes, they do. People need the Lord. At the end of broken dreams, He's the open door. Oh, people need the Lord. Yes, we do. People need the Lord. When will we realize that we must give our lives for people need the Lord. People need the Thank you, Lord. Merry Christmas, everyone.
And join us as always every other Tuesday, the mayor of the great city of Athens, Alabama, Mayor Ronnie Marks, got his red sweater on, ready for Christmas season, even though it's 60 degrees.
I knew you'd be celebrating today like a lot of us.
Whoa!
Put this red sweater on.
How would you describe that game?
That was one of the best ball games I've ever watched.
Did you remember a couple years ago, first or second year, we all had a party at our house that year.
Right.
Florida beat us.
Yeah.
Gloria made me go to bed early. Oh. And next year we won again, but that was a good game.
Yeah, it was.
I thought we won it. Thought they won it. Kept going back and
That's
forth.
one of those times when I was glad there was a clock because it just ran out, man.
Georgia deserves all the credit in the world.
They sure do.
And Coach
great.
Ridge, what a fantastic game. But y'all, sorry I missed you yesterday down there. Holly had sent us something, but I think we were out decorating a tree on the circle. Such a beautiful day.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about breaking ground for the new City Hall.
Well, it was a pretty small crowd, but a great time. It was, as I mentioned before, it's something we've been planning since 2009. We went to the bond market and got money to build a new central office for the school system, which has been completed, a new fire station, which has been completed, and this is the last of those dollars. Not connected to the 1-cent sales tax, and I keep mentioning.
Are you still taking heat on that?
Oh yeah,
like it.
occasionally.
I read an occasional letter from the editor, and I want to bring this out, Ron. You can say what you want or not say anything, but why is it the News Courier only prints the same people week after week that are criticizing the city of Athens?
Well, I'm not sure. We've talked to them a little about that, and they have a right, I guess, to voice their opinion as they do at City Hall. But I think the City Council made a wise decision on this. It's something that you keep kicking that can down the road, and you wonder why you don't do planning and future planning. And hopefully, this tax and other things will be very beneficial to the future of Athens.
I also read the other day when we were talking, I think with the City Council President Harold Wells up here, and he's quoted in the Decatur Daily saying, or the News Courier, I forgot which one, Athens needs to grow to 40,000 households. Is that possible?
Well, we have 39 square miles of property inside the city limits of Athens. We currently have 22,000, and we could easily double the population if you infill, so to speak. So yeah, it's very possible. You could go to 45,000 real easy.
And I see where Bill Ming, who's basically puts every shopping center in over this way, is opening a new one up. Is that already been approved?
Yeah, it has been approved. Bill does a great job for the community, and it's something that we need to look at more to see what the people need, what the citizens need, and go out and try to recruit the best that we can. You get incentive programs for industrial recruitment, but we need to establish something for retail development. And if there's anybody out there that's got any contacts with Sports Academy, any of those others, they sure would look good out there by Logan.
Now, what's the chances of us getting a big retailer like that? I know the Decatur's been on fire the last year.
Yeah, Decatur has been on fire.
But Decatur's a lot bigger.
Decatur's a lot bigger. Decatur's got the river associated there, and it's a very envious position, in my opinion. Decatur is a great city as long as Madison and Huntsville. I don't like the annexation into Limestone County, but it's not a whole lot I can do about it. But Decatur has been on fire, at least for the last couple of years.
You speak about the river. Is there a river? Of course, I know I got property, and we'd have property for sale on the river too. But we do connect with the river down Black's Landing. Is that right?
We do.
Cowport Landing. Is that city limits?
No, it's not city limits, but it does touch Black's Landing. It's one of the opportunities that I've talked with the city council about for years. Let's don't de-annex Black's Landing, because river property, in my opinion, is valuable for the future. There may be some hope and dream that something happens down
but Cowport is in the county, not in the city. Right?
Cowport is in the county.
I didn't know that.
Right.
Well, what else can we anticipate? We get into restaurants. I met some of the new restaurants owners across from Chick-fil-A this past weekend when I went by there, and fancy places down that way too.
Yeah, it is.
Met the guys at Cotton John's, or right across from you, and they explained how they got that name. The kid couldn't pronounce Cotton something, and they went with that. But they're planning on opening several more. The great brothers down there that have that. What more can we anticipate here, Ronnie, in the city of Athens?
Well, I don't know of any retail development right now, restaurant development that we're looking at. I know there's 2 or 3 pretty heavy industrial prospects out there looking at the area, not just in Athens and Limestone County, but this area. And again, I've kind of mentioned here, they're all code names. I've had some very brief discussion with them, and I hope that something happens along the industrial recruitment line.
The Casablanca's opened up the Mexican restaurant down on the square where they had another one. They're going in down there and opening up.
Yeah, but it's going to take a while. See, look, they got a bunch of. They're redoing a lot of remodeling inside.
They are. That's on the way though.
Now, I know downtown Athens, this is their time of the year to. Ronnie, we don't deal a whole lot with the spirit of Athens, but how difficult is it for merchants to operate on the square year-round, and with the way these big giant retail stores are right down the road? Well,
I don't know that. I don't know the specifics of that. I do think that it's important that we keep the hub of downtown alive and active, and Trish and the rest of those people connected and the board with the Spirit of Athens do a fabulous job. They keep the city decorated downtown along with the beautification board. I had somebody recently tell me they went by the old town cemetery out by the Little Red Schoolhouse at the back of Big Spring Park, or the front of Big Spring Park, the other day, and said, I want to move to Athens, Alabama. Any town that would go out and put ribbons and wreaths on grave sites that's over 100, 150 years old.
I saw that when we were downtown over the weekend.
We need to move here.
I think there's a thing in the News Courier this morning on it. Ronnie, when we go to church at Cross Point, obviously with Johnny Lee Dees right down the road, we got to go through Madison every Sunday. The development from County Line Road to Hughes Road is phenomenal.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
Now, how much does that hurt us?
Well, I think it does. I think it's direct competition that pulls away. In my opinion, here's what's happened. We have a lot of people that go in that direction to go to work and have the opportunity to shop on the way home. It's not many people that live over there that come to Athens that have the opportunity to shop on their way home. And in my opinion, that cuts down on our revenue stream. I hope we can continue to build that quality of life and everything for Athens, and I believe we can. We've got a great team together, and it takes that, and it takes all of us working together to make that happen.
I was reading this morning in the News Courier talking about the number of entries for the parade are up this year over last year. Now, you're doing a little something different this year in the parade. What is that?
Well, we've got a Mayor's Youth Commission, a great group of young people, and Mac's involved with us, and we're just trying to educate and bring that group of folks on. This is the future of our town, is their future, and I want to create the excitement, hopefully educate them some about what state, county, and city government and how it operates. We're going to visit tomorrow, I believe. We're meeting Mac, and we're going to take a site visit of the jail and its facilities there, and the police department, and talk about that operation. And, you know, we've had a horrific situation that happened in our community this weekend. One of those things that you never want to get that phone call. And but it's a fun time, and we're going to have the Mayor's Youth Commission.
What are your Christmas plans for the city of Athens?
Well, we're gonna be here. We got a lot of activities going on. We're going to support the downtown, sipping ciders this weekend, and a lot of other activities, and family's going to be here, and we're sticking close to home.
Still going to be in the Christmas parade with you?
Going to be in the Christmas
All right.
parade Thursday night, which is good. Lincoln Bridgeforth Park tree lighting is tonight. If you get an opportunity to come out for that. And then tomorrow got some activities, and then Thursday we kick off the parade.
Don't let us forget when they do the Christmas thing this year over at Bertie Thornton
Center.
Yes.
Or Neil will never let us hear the end of it.
I'll have to go
it is.
It ain't already had it.
No, when did I tell you, Mac? Come on, you got to help me, man.
Was Matt working for you now?
Mac's working for me.
Where's your iPad?
Listen, I've upgraded. Bertie Thornton Christmas Parade
Look how
is
quick that was.
December the 21st at 10:30 a.m.
Oh, 10:30.
Okay.
Oh, we're at their
Next
place.
Friday.
I'm putting it in my
Next
phone.
Friday already, the 21st? That's 2 weeks.
2 weeks from now.
That'd be 2 weeks. All right, roll tide, roll, Mayor.
Roll tide.
Fantastic. Tom, roll tide.
Roll tide.
All right, we got to get out here for the day. We'll be back. Roy will be back with us tomorrow. 10% off on Wednesdays and at Herbs and more.
Mention the show.
And we'll get ready for the parade, so y'all save up.
See you
Right
there.
now, we'll roll tide. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Bye.
Merry Christmas, Jimmy!